Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück bei einer neuen Runde des Stanley Parable. Und wir haben schon wieder ganz viel erlebt. Das ist unglaublich, also in letzter Zeit, was hier alles abgeht. So, Büro ist immer noch das gleiche. Das hier nicht. Wunderschön. Okay. Ja, schauen wir mal. Ah!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ich will aber mal nicht.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yep.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ja, nicht wirklich. Ist nicht so schön.
Yes,
Was
truly
Neues
a
hier?
room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Genau. Also hier waren wir schon, da waren wir schon. Ah nee, waren wir noch nicht.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Ja.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Wer mag
This
sie
is it,
sein?
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh, hi.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Ja, aber ich will doch nur noch mal eben schnell.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Na gut. Hi, Darling.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Was?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Eight.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Was passiert, wenn man... Ich drücke jetzt nicht. Nö. Das sitzen wir aus, ne? Willst du was essen? Ich habe hier... Da ist was drin, das kann man da reintun und dann schmeckt das bestimmt ganz... Nein? Willst du dir nicht vielleicht was anziehen? Es könnte Besuch kommen und vielleicht hat hier ja irgendjemand eine Kamera versteckt. Naja, okay. Ich will nicht Q drücken. Ich will hier raus. Raus.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures.
Ja.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Ja. Wird man wahrscheinlich gesehen haben. Errungenschaft. Nein, du kannst wirklich nicht springen. Ja, man kann wirklich nicht springen. Okay. Was kommt denn
And
so?
so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
Ist es
The
später?
thought excited him terribly.
Yeah, but my loving wife.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Behold. Oh ja, siehst du?
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down
kenn
one
den Teppich.
path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Oh, Honey, wo sind unsere Kinder?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again,
Oh,
over
and again?
and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Oh, hey.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Oh, wie lange denn nicht? Das ist ganz schön gemein. So, Z. Herr Erzähler? Amerikanische oder deutsche Tastatur? Ich meine ja nur. Also, damit ich weiß, wo ich tatsächlich nicht draufdrücken soll. Nicht, dass ich aus Versehen auf ein Y drücke und Glück gehabt. Ich habe aus ganz bewusster Absicht auf Y gedrückt. Ja, gut, dann, aber dann bleibe ich ja immer hier. Herr Erzähler.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Was?
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I
Gut, geschafft, Mensch. Ja. Ein Reset. Ich mag das. Das ist wirklich... Aber wann werden wir denn mal an ein Ende kommen? Mahlzeit!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. Only 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Erwischt.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
What about 100 clicks? Ich meine nur.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417? Muss ich erstmal finden. Warte mal. Ah. Hoch.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437. Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so. Now, back to door number 437.
Ich lasse mich doch von denen hier rumscheuchen. Naja, aber fürs Achievement.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Which one? Ah, this one.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it!
Yeah!
Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Yeah! Copy machine. Schneller, Stanley.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yeah! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Wunderschön. Wunderschön. Ach, herrlich. Meine Güte.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Aha.
he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Irgendetwas muss hier doch sein.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Irgendwas muss da ja. Das.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Ich habe noch was rausgefunden. The 8 Game! Was?
8.
Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But no. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. Da war was. Ich fürchte, wir kriegen tatsächlich mal ein doppeltes Ende jetzt auch. Loading! Oh, wait. Na, vielleicht auch nicht. Gucken wir mal. Sind aber auch schon fast am Folgenende. Naja, das machen wir noch, oder? Ja, natürlich, das machen wir noch. Kriegen wir gerade noch so hin. Also tatsächlich nehme ich ja auch auf,
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ja, genau. Ich habe ein
Stanley
neues...
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Ach ja, richtig. Hier haben wir... Aber erstmal... Dieser blöde Erzähler. Also was ich sagen wollte war, ich habe mir ein neues Rendering-Tool zugelegt und das will ich total gerne ausprobieren. Deswegen habe ich mir überlegt, machst du einfach nochmal eine Aufnahme Stanley, weil Stanley geht immer.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Na, guck.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Ich meine ja nur. Ach ja. Hier haben wir den Professor Xavier gesucht.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Ja.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Ja.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Gut. Dann würde ich sagen, ja, vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Bis denn. Tschüss.